Well, good morning and happy Monday. My, it's freezing here in Florida. We have 45 degrees right now. And I know to those of you who live other places outside of Florida, you're probably thinking that is not cold at all. But for us blooded Floridians, it's freezing. I even have gloves on this morning. Anyway, happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing okay. What are my thoughts this morning? What's been rolling around in my head this morning, I want to title it Culture Wars. Culture Wars. We are facing some wicked culture wars in our country. And you know, it isn't anything new at all. America is a melting pot people from everywhere. And I mean, my family is a prime example of it. My grandparents immigrated from Italy. My great-grandparents on my mother's side immigrated from Europe and from Hungary and Czechoslovakia. And so I was raised in the Northeast, and I was raised with a lot of culture practices, I don't know how to word that, in my family. A lot of foods that aren't necessarily American, they're European and Italian. A lot of our traditional ways in our family, things that we practiced, that's rooted in me, and I love that. And I know that many of you have some of those similar practices in your own family. I married a man that's from the South, and he really didn't even know his heritage as far as, originally where his family came from. He just thought they were American, and so their beliefs, their practices are very rooted in Southern behaviors and foods and things like that. And so you can go anywhere around our country and find that. And it's good to keep those traditions and that legacy in your family, those practices in your family. But we forget that we live in the United States, and outside of our cultural beliefs, there are laws and rules that we are supposed to follow. And I think that's why there's such an upheaval right now, is that people are trying to cross the lines, and they're trying to merge their cultural beliefs and the laws of America. And it's just causing a lot of division and dissension, and it's not just limited to America. You can go to other countries. We've traveled to other countries on missions trips, and it's the same thing there. And so what we need to focus on and remember that, number one, if we're a Christian, this world is not our home. This world is not our home. We're just passing through, and we are supposed to follow biblical guidelines and rules and God's law, and not get so caught up in where we live and what's going on in the clash of the cultures. We live for the Lord, and we just abide by the rules that we're supposed to abide by. If we move to another country, we would have to abide by their rules, but we're still a child of the King, and we still follow biblical rules and mandates. And I just feel like, a lot of people have forgotten that. It's like America, their political affiliation, their culture has become their gods, rather than God himself, the one and only true God. It's hard to put into words, but I believe we just have gotten off track, gotten lost in the high weeds. Yes, we have our opinions and our beliefs, and we choose political figures that align with our beliefs, but that's not our God. And we do have other things going on in our life, and we shouldn't be so caught up in all of it that we're angry and divisive and hate each other and want to come at each other. We need to respect each other for who we are, and and just love each other in spite of our differences, in spite of our cultural differences. Follow the rules, the laws of the land, but ultimately serve Jesus, serve the Lord Jesus Christ with all that we have in us, and follow what He commands us to say. Many people are battling each other for what? Just to be right? I mean, I'm not sure what that is, but we're commanded to love each other and humble ourselves, put down our pride and our arrogance and our anger and our hatred, and love the Lord and share the good news of His gospel with each other. So I know this is a little lengthy and I probably fumbled with some of my words, but let's come together. Let's unify each other and serve Jesus, and forget about all of the details and everything else. All right, love you guys. Hope you have a great day and a great week, and I hope that it warms up around here. Take care.